What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Kevin here, coming at you from the Crazy iPod Reviewer YouTube channel with a very special video answering a very important question. So, whether you're aware of it or not, you can always email me at my email address, which is crazyipodreviewer@aol.com, with any sort of technology questions that you may have for me. Now, I'm not the biggest expert in the world, but I have been running this tech channel for about 4 years now, and I'm fairly literate as technology goes, so you might want to send me a question if you have one. And I received a question this morning from Alexandra, and I'm going to read it off my iPhone right now, and I think the answer to this question might be helpful to you if you have the same question as her. In her email she said, "Dear Kevin, I don't know if you normally answer questions like this." Well, I do, so anyone feel free to send me a question. "But I am currently a teacher and I'm looking for a nice budget video camera that I can use to record my lessons. Now, I've considered looking at the flip camera or something cheaper like the Kodak PlaySport, but I'm not entirely sure if I should go that route. What do you think? My budget is pretty much around $200. So if you've been following my channel for a decent amount of time, you know that I did kind of dive into that budget camera sector as I reviewed several different cameras from Kodak. And the first camera that I did was the Kodak PlaySport, and that video actually kind of kicked off my channel. It kind of blew up and got like 200,000 views, which was really nice. That camera lasted me for about 9 months before it died, which was really tragic. Now, riding off the success of that camera review, I also did a review of the Kodak Playful. Now, these are both cameras, two different cameras that fall under that sub $200 price range. Now, this was 4 years ago. Nowadays, cameras in that category aren't really that popular because most people just use their smartphones for videos of that nature, and it's really a better camera on the smartphone. So, obviously, this individual, Alexandra, wouldn't want to be using a smartphone to record her class lectures. So, what is she gonna do? Well, she could go the direction of a flip camera or a cheap Kodak camera, but I really don't recommend that for numerous reasons. One, those cameras are notorious for overheating if recording for a long period of time. They're really just designed to record little clips here and there, maybe 40 seconds or 2 minutes, but really nothing more than that. Once you get into the 5-minute range, you run into the risk of either the camera just shutting off because it's overloaded, the memory card just not being able to handle it, or it just overheats. It just gets glitchy. So the point is that if you're going to be recording for long periods of time, you really want to dive into something a little bit nicer, such as this camcorder here from Canon. And this is just kind of an entry-level Canon Vixia. And this model isn't even that new, which is kind of good because if you want to get something cheap, you probably are going to have to get something that's been out for a while. Basically, if you get one of the newer Canon Vixia models, you're probably going to be diving into the $800 to $900 range. Now, they do have a few cheaper models, but you can really get the best bang for your buck with a nice refurbished model that's been out for a little while. And that's exactly what I did with this camcorder. This camcorder, which I'll leave a link for it in the description, is the HMF 4000. And like I said, it's been out for a while, and I did get it about 2 years ago on a Black Friday sale for $250. Now, I'm pretty sure that nowadays you can pick this up for well under $200, but it still has a lot of very nice features that would be great for someone who wants to record their class lessons. So this camera has 2 memory card slots in the bottom, so that's really nice because you can fit double the capacity, and sometimes it's cheaper to buy 2 small cards than 1 big card, and just gives you more flexibility. Also, it has the ability to hot swap batteries, so you can take the battery out and put a new one in. You can even put a bigger battery than what comes with it. There's also the nice fancy feature of being able to pull out the viewfinder, and this viewfinder is a touchscreen, which is kind of a premium feature. And finally, the most important feature that really makes this stand out versus the flip camera or the Kodak camera is that this actually has an input for an external microphone, and that can be really useful. For example, this video that I'm filming right now is with my Canon T3i, and I'm filming with the Rode VideoMic, which I have connected right up to the hot shoe. Now, this camera doesn't have a hot shoe on it. This is actually a cold shoe, but nonetheless, it's a mini cold shoe, and I had to get this adapter on the top, if you can see that there, so that I could connect any sort of external microphone to this unit. But once that's on there, it's really useful. So in conclusion, your best bet nowadays if you want to get a nice reliable camera is to get something that records 1080p like this and something that is a little older like this, but still pretty good. It's your best bet if you want to record videos for long periods of time, because that's exactly what something like this is designed for. So I hope this video is useful to you, and I hope it gave you a little bit more insight information that you might have not known before. And I don't necessarily recommend that specific camera model, but something similar to it. I'm sure if you do your research out there, you'll be able to find something very similar or very comparable, but usually I try to stick to the Canon Vixia line as it has a great reputation. So if you enjoyed this video and you thought it was informative, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to show your support, and also by subscribing, you won't miss out on any future videos. And also, I would love it if any of you could send me questions that you might have. I really enjoy making these videos having to do with answering questions for my audience, so please bring them to me, send them to me. My email address, like I mentioned, is crazyiPodReviewer@AOL.com. And also, if you don't want to email and you're kind of beyond emailing, you can send me a message on Facebook, and my Facebook account is facebook.com/crazyiPodReviewer. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and have a great day.